With the release of the version 3.0, we have finally our first limited 5-star remembrance to pull and play with. In this video, I will talk about everything you need to know about Aglaea, how she works, how to build her, who is good with her, everything. So just before the video starts, don't forget to leave your like and your sub. Also, don't forget to follow me on my Twitch. I stream there a lot and you can win free blessings for the game of your choosing by watching and participating on them. All my links are in the description, so make sure to give them a look. And without any more furthers, let's now explain Aglaea's kit. Aglaea is a 5-star lightning character that follows the path of the remembrance, and it's focused on being a super fast DPS for your teams. On her basic attack, Thorn Nectar, Aglaea deals lightning damage based on her attack to one enemy. When you use her skill, Rise Exalted Renown, Aglaea summons the Memo Sprite Garment Maker and immediately takes action again, but if Garment Maker is already summoned, restores its HP based on Aglaea's own HP. On her ultimate, Dance, this time Weaveress, Aglaea summons Garment Maker if it's not present on the field, or restores its HP to max if it is already on the field, and Aglaea will enter the Supreme Stance state and immediately take action. While in this state, Aglaea gains a speed boost stacks from her Memo Sprite talent, with each stack increasing her speed by a percentage. Not only that, but Aglaea enhances her basic attack and cannot use skill, and Garment Maker is immune to crowd control debuffs. While on this state, similar to other characters like Robin or Firefly, a countdown appears on the action order, with its own speed set at 100. While the countdown exists, using ultimate again will reset the countdown, and when the countdown turn starts, Garment Maker self-destructs. Also, when Garment Maker disappears, Aglaea dispels the Supreme Stance state. On her enhanced basic attack, Slash by a 1000-fold Kiss, Aglaea and Garment Maker launch a joint attack on the target, dealing lightning damage based on Aglaea's and Garment Maker attack to the main target and adjacent ones. And her enhanced basic attack cannot recover skill points. On her talent, Rosy Fingered, Garment Maker has his initial speed equal to 35% of Aglaea's speed and a max HP based on Aglaea's HP. While Garment Maker is on the field, Aglaea's attack inflicts the target with the Steam Stitch state. After attacking enemies with the Steam Stitch state, further deals lightning additional damage based on Aglaea's attack, and Steam Stitch only takes effect on the most recent inflicted target. On her technique, Meteoric Thunder, Aglaea summons Garment Maker and launches a forward joint attack. After entering battle, regenerates 30 energy and deals lightning damage equal to 100% of Aglaea's attack to all enemy targets. Then, randomly inflicts the Steam Stitch state on a random enemy target. On her Memo Sprite skill, Thorn Snare, Garment Maker deals lightning damage based on its attack to one enemy and adjacent targets. And on her Memo Sprite talent, a Body Brewed by Tears, after Garment Maker attacks an enemy afflicted with Steam Stitch, increases its speed, stacking up to 6 times. When Garment Maker takes action, automatically uses its skill, prioritizing enemies under the Steam Stitch state. Also, when Garment Maker is summoned, its action advances by 100%, and when Garment Maker disappears, regenerates 20 energy for Aglaea. Now that we know how Aglaea works, it's now time to talk about her traces and priorities to level up. On her minor traces, Aglaea will get a total of 22.4% lightning damage, 12% crit rate, and 12.5% defense. On her first major trace, the Myopic's Doom, while in the Supreme Stance, increases Aglaea's and Garment Maker attack by an amount equal to 720% of Aglaea's speed plus 360% of Garment Maker's speed. On her second major trace, Last Thread of Fate, when Garment Maker disappears, up to 1 stack of the speed boost from the Memo Sprite talent can be retained, and when Garment Maker is summoned again, gains the corresponding number of speed boost stacks. And for last, on her third major trace, the Speeding Soul, at the start of battle, if Aglaea's energy is lower than 50%, regenerates her energy to 50%. For her trace priorities, you should focus on your basic and ultimate first, followed by your Memo Sprite skill and talent, after that your talent, and for last your skill. Now let's talk about Aglaea Eidolons for those who want to invest in this gorgeous lady. With her E1, the enemy afflicted with Steam Stitch takes 15% increased damage, and after Aglaea or Garment Maker attacks this target, additionally regenerates 20 energy. On her E2, when Aglaea or Garment Maker takes action, enables the damage dealt by Aglaea and Garment Maker to ignore 14% of the target's defense. This effect stacks up to 3 times and lasts until any unit other than Aglaea or Garment Maker actively uses an ability. Her E3 increases the level of her skill by 2, and the level of her basic attack and Memo Sprite talent by 1. With her E4, the speed boost effect from the Memo Sprite talent has its max stack limit increased by 1, and after Aglaea uses an attack, can also make Garment Maker gain the speed boost effect from the Memo Sprite talent. Her E5 increases the level of her ultimate and talent by 2 and the level of her Memo Sprite skill by 1. And her E6, while Aglaea is in the Supreme stance, increases her and Garment Maker's lightning res span by 20%. When Aglaea's or Garment Maker's speed is greater than 160, 240 or 320, the joint attack damage dealt by them increases by 10, 30 or 60%. Now let's talk about the best relic and ornaments you could use on your Aglaea. Her best in slot will be the new set designed for the Remembrance DPS units, Hero of Triumphant Song. This set will provide everything that Aglaea and Garment Maker love, with a 12% attack on the 2-piece, 6% speed for Aglaea, and 30% crit damage for both of them. But if you are still farming her best in slot set, Musketeer of Wild Wheat will be another usable option, since it will provide Aglaea 12% attack on its 2-piece, and 6% speed and 10% basic attack damage on its 4-piece effect. And for last, you can always mix and match 2 pieces between the sets that provide crit rate, attack percent, and damage percent. For planar ornaments, her best in slot will be, in my opinion, the Wanderer's Banana Amusement Park, because even though the Garment Maker will only take advantage of 16% crit damage, Aglaea on the other hand will enjoy all the 48% crit damage from its passive. Another good option for Aglaea is Rutland Arena, since it will give you 8% crit rate for both Aglaea and Garment Maker, and it will also increase your Aglaea basic attack damage by 20% if you reach at least 70% crit rate on your build, something you should try to aim for anyways. And for last, if you have amazing pieces, Firmament Frontline Glamut can also be used, since it will increase your attack percent for both your Garment Maker and Aglaea for 12%, while allowing your Aglaea to deal more damage depending on her speed. Now that you know what set to farm, let's now talk about the stats you need to be looking for. For the chest, crits, with a big focus on crit rate, since she gets a lot of crit damage from her best in slot sets. For the boots, speed. For the sphere, lightning damage. And for the rope, energy regen. For the substats, you should focus on crits, speed and attack. For Aglaea Lightcones, her best in slot will be her signature, Time Woven into Gold, increasing your base speed by 12 and giving you 9% crit damage every time you or your Memo Sprite attack, stacking up to 6 times. And when reaching the max number of stacks, each stack will also give you 9% basic attack damage. So in total, this Lightcone will give you 12 base speed and up to 54% crit damage and basic attack damage. Her second best option, and also her best 4-star option, will be the Battle Pass Lightcone, Sweat Now, Cry Less, because it will increase your crit rate by 12% and both yours and your Memo Sprite damage by 24% when your Memo Sprite is on the field. Her best F2P Lightcone will be the 3-star Lightcone Reminiscence, because it will increase both yours and your Memo Sprite damage by 8% every time it's your Memo Sprite turn for a max of 4 times. And this buff will disappear if your Memo Sprite also disappears. And don't forget, this is the 3-star Lightcone, so when you R5 it, you will get a max of 48% damage increase for everything. But for last, if you don't want to use a 3-star Lightcone, you can always use Genius's Greetings, which provides a 16% attack and a 20% basic attack damage after using your ultimate for 3 turns. But since Aglaea is a super speed DPS, these 3 turns will probably look like seconds for you. For Aglaea teams, she will be a character that will pretty much be able to clear any type of game mode, but you will lose a lot of value if by any chance you skipped Sunday and you don't have Woho. With this being said, these are some team options. For her hyper carry team, pair her with Sunday, Robin and Woho. For a fast team, pair her with Sunday, Bronya and Woho. For a pure fiction team, pair her with Sunday, Jane and Robin. And for an F2P team, pair her with Remembrance MC, Tingyun and Gallagher. Just don't forget, you don't need to do these exact teams. You always have other characters that have similar functions with the ones I talked about. And if you have some teams that didn't appear here and you want to share them, leave your favorite teams down in the comments for all of us to give it a look. So what's your opinion about Aglaea? Is she a valuable pull for your account? What do you think about her? I hope with this video you are now able to understand how she works and how you should build her. Share this video with everyone you know that is thinking about getting her. And if you ended up liking this guide, don't forget to leave your sub and your like. Also, I stream on my Twitch and you are able to win some free blessings there, so make sure to give it a look. A special thanks to my members for trying to support me, and thank you so much for keeping me company. Have an amazing day everyone, and good luck on your pulls.